Hi friends, today is Friday, July 24th. My name is Susan, and I think today is a great day for a story. One day, a farmer was out in one of his fields plowing, and when he got to the edge of the field near the woods, he noticed something down on the ground, the edge of one of the furrows. So he stopped the tractor and got down to take a closer look, and lo and behold, he discovered a young bird sitting on the dirt. Well, the farmer looked around and he didn't see a nest anywhere, and he didn't see a mother bird, so he wasn't sure what to do. But he took it back to the farmyard, and he didn't know what kind of bird it was, but he thought, well, best place is, I guess, to put it in the chicken coop with the chickens. So that's what he did. And that little bird watched the chickens as they were scratching and pecking at the ground, and by the next morning, that little bird was scratching and pecking at the ground, just like the chickens. Well, now, the farmer was good friends with the ranger who worked nearby, and one day, several weeks later, the ranger came by for a visit, and he and the farmer were standing out by the fence, just chatting, when the ranger looked over towards the chicken coop, and he couldn't believe his eyes. He said to the farmer, "Did you know that you have an eagle in the chicken coop?" And the farmer said, "Well, I didn't really know what kind of bird it was, but it doesn't matter now. He thinks he's a chicken." Oh my goodness, the ranger was very upset. And he asked the farmer if he could try to teach this bird that he is an eagle. And the farmer said, "Well, suit yourself, but he's been raised by chickens and he thinks he's a chicken." So the ranger picked up that bird and put him on his arm, and he said, "You are not a chicken. You are an eagle. You are not meant to scratch at the ground. You were meant to soar in the sky." Wow. The eagle looked around and looked down, jumped down to join the chickens, and started scratching at the ground again. Well, the ranger came back a few weeks later and tried again. And he put that bird up on his arm, and he said to it, "You are not a chicken. You are an eagle. You are not meant to scratch at the ground. You were meant to soar in the sky." Well, the bird looked around and hopped down off of his arm again. The ranger was pretty distressed, but he asked the farmer if he could have one more try. So he came back early in the morning before the dawn, and he scooped up that eagle and put him in the cab of his truck, and they drove up to a high ridge. And the ranger put that bird on his arm again, and he said again, "You are not a chicken. You are an eagle. You were not meant to scratch in the ground. You are meant to soar in the sky." Well, the sky was beginning to get light, and the eagle looked around, and he just sat there. And the ranger thought, I don't know, this may not work. Maybe he is going to live his life as a chicken for the rest of his life. And at that moment, the sun burst up over the horizon, and that bird began to look around and stretch his wings. And the ranger said, "You are an eagle." And he flapped his wings and he took off. He soared, and he soared higher and higher until he was just a speck in the sky, and then he disappeared. Something about the break of dawn awakened that bird to his true nature, and he knew he was an eagle. Remember who you are and whose you are. May it be so. And namaste.